Okay, I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I don't necessarily get down here too oft. What we're looking at is this funny little shrub here. You can see it's more or less green, typically green. And see, let's see, it's got two little bracts, or two little shoots, in contrast to three. That doesn't narrow it down too much, but we're at an elevation of, I'm going to say, about 7,000 feet, maybe 6,500. So, again, we're by a reservoir. But anyway, what we're looking at is an ephedra, and fairly typical. There's some that are grayer, and one species, Toriana, has 3 bracts rather than 2. But this is probably here before the reservoir, maybe. But anyway, the thing about ephedras, this is Ephedra viridis, so the green one, and it's high elevation. I don't think it occurs below 3,000 feet is what I'm reading. And it occurs as far north as Oregon, apparently, and then I guess down into Mexico, but at a fairly high elevation. So, but you're here among the Utah juniper, although, well, that's probably Utah juniper and sagebrush. I'm going to say Artemisia tridentata, but a quite dry, loving plant. It has pseudoepinephrine in it, so it's a caffeine derivative, or caffeine, what am I saying? It's an antihistamine. It has caffeine-like effects. And you can kill yourself with it, I think, but it's a bitter alkaloid. But regardless, what we're looking at is something that is generally after ferns, but before conifers, or depending on the book, are between flowering plants and conifers. Technically, it's more conifers, but this is something that is just like between conifers, gymnosperms and angiosperms. It generally falls into the gymnosperm category. Conifers is actually the group. So it's, welwitchias are in that group. Ephedras are probably the most widespread of that group. There's some vines that are in that group. But anyway, a very peculiar plant that's evolved to fit this ecological niche, a very dry ecological niche. That's why it probably persists. My understanding is if you water them too much, you kill them. But anyway, and so it has distinct coniferous aspects, including the strobili. But this is you might say, a relic. But everything is at the tips of its own evolutionary branches. So this is a very successful shrub. In parts of, well, actually the around the web, the Arches National Park seem to have quite a bit of it. I do not see any of it. I don't think of it as a fast-growing plant in any way. But anyway, it's quite unique individual. It's kind of like finding a mammoth relative or something like that. But it's more common, certainly. So, but anyway, ephedra, the green, high elevation ephedra. And there you go. We're at Ridgway State Park today, pretty much looking at the lichens. Anyway, there you go.